Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I was just recording another case study, but because I have so many, kind of proving the point that clearly this just works, I wanted to make this slightly different, kind of explaining the program slightly more in a much more simpler fashion. So when you do go ahead and watch the testimonial with Osama, you'll be able to have much more context on what point he's at and what is yet left to go. So basically, there are countless testimonials at this point. My system clearly works. I've been in this industry for a while, and with the help of Allah, have helped many, many people. Name me one other person with this much proof. Just explore the rest of my YouTube channel videos, the Saturday group calls. Like, can you deny this program works? I don't think so. But again, you use your own judgment. You've seen the rest of the programs in the industry as well. You decide for yourself if this is the right thing for you. But who does this program work for? People who actually do the steps as laid out. Number two, ask the right questions and truly desire success. Number three, they tie the camel, then rely on Allah. They do whatever it takes to incorporate this into their schedule because they really desire the end goals. Their goals of buying a house, moving to a Muslim country, making hijrah, looking after their kids, etc., etc. Now, it's not their definition of whatever it takes, but truly whatever it takes. Now, here's an example of Osama, whose video you're about to watch, the interview. He had many personal challenges with work, had to move countries, had to take time off of the program. He actually had a newborn as well. Allahumma barak to him. So very, very busy, a lot of stuff going on in his life. He had to take, a break from the program, came back, and within a week of putting in the actions, he landed his first monthly recurring revenue client completely passive. Because literally, once you get that client, you don't have to do much. Like, all you do is just refer it to that person in the third world country, and pretty much they do the work. I'll re-explain the program. Okay, so basically, step one is fundamentals plus setup. So because this program is only for beginners, Muslim beginners who are wanting to start a halal business, what I'll do is firstly, I'll briefly explain the business, teach you the mindset and the fundamentals. Because realistically, if you are going to do a business, you need to understand the fundamentals. Number two is I will then lay out proven niches for the upcoming months that will allow you to get clients and make money ASAP. And of course, keeping in mind Islamic principles, that's also what something this program offers, that we make sure that Islamic principles are being kept in mind before giving you any sort of things. But of course, you have to do your own due diligence as well, because I'm not, of course, a student of knowledge or a scholar. All I can do is give you from my best knowledge what is right. And of course, if there is anything that additionally you would like to suggest, you can tell me as well. But so far, all the people that I've helped, nothing has happened so far. But then thirdly is help you find a media buyer, the person from the third world country who already has the results, who already has the experience, but because it's cheap labor, it's in a third world country, because of the exchange rate, they will be the ones who deliver the results. And let's say, for example, they would do it with 100, 200, and you're probably thinking, how are you going to find that person? That's what I'm here for. And then step two is getting your first client plus gaining momentum. So I will give you 6 proven different systems to actually get clients ASAP. So that will allow you to get your first client because, in business, in life, the first one is always the hardest. But alhamdulillah, we've perfected this process so much that, you see for yourself, like how many people are getting their clients ASAP. So anyway, after you get your first client, we'll jump on many one-on-ones. And then we will scale through personal action steps that I create for you according to your personal situation. And after a decent amount of revenue is collected, we will then put some of the profits into hiring a couple more VAs. Again, I will be the one helping you find them, and then outsource more aspects to make this fully passive. Now, it's simple, but it's not easy. I'm not putting this as some sort of get rich quick scheme, but it's definitely very simple and effective. It's a $1 billion industry. So you can't question whether a $1 billion industry works or not. It's just finding your piece of the pie from that $1 billion industry. But anyway, just make sure to watch the video that I've recorded with Osama. And that will give you a lot more context behind his situation, his advice that he gives. And of course, at the end, you'll have an option to book a completely free demo call. The first link in the description, watch videos, do Sahara, see for yourself that this is the right thing for you, if it feels right. And of course, the free demo call, I'll just ask you a couple more questions, re-explain the process. And if truly this is the right thing for you, I'll offer you the program. And if not, inshallah, I'll guide you in a better place. But please continue watching Osama's video. One of our successful clients, Osama, he's just got a monthly recurring revenue. And you correct me if I'm wrong, Osama, that because of certain personal things, yes, you did join a couple of weeks back, but you had to take time off. And when you came back with 1 week's worth of effort, you got your first client. Is that correct, Osama?
Yes, alhamdulillah. Yes, it is. Definitely.
Amazing. And, like I was mentioning to you before, that at this point, it's not that, there's not enough proof that this system works or not. It's mainly that I want to showcase your story and who you are, Osama. So, like, with whatever you feel comfortable with, just share who you are, what work do you do, a bit about yourself, kids, where do you live.
Yeah. So Assalamu alaikum. Initially, I'm from Canada. I was working there as a professional, as a learning development professional. I recently moved to US. Now, during the US move, there were a few complications. I had to leave my job, and I became a recent father, and that gave me extra motivation to buckle down and start following the program that, or some, of course, you have put down. And yeah, literally from Tuesday to Tuesday, I closed my first client on a monthly revenue. Alhamdulillah, really happy with it. And now that I know system works, of course, more motivation, more time, more fine tuning, of course,
100%. Like we just mapped out what to do next to just keep on stacking that monthly recurring revenue, because this is actual passive income rather than, putting thousands and thousands towards a property and managing that property or, things like that. But this is actual passive income where you're not doing the work yourself. All you have to do is just keep stacking that monthly recurring revenue. But would you be able to kind of share, why did you actually join this program? What was the main reason, so people can potentially relate?
There are a lot of gurus and market leaders out there when it comes to social media marketing, and I've done some programs. I've spent $1,000 on affiliate marketing and other programs as well. I've joined multiple. The only reason why I joined this one is because Arzam said, I will work with you one-on-one.
Yeah.
And that spoke volume. I don't have to sit down and watch videos for hours and read testimonials and read other stuff like weekly check-ins. Arzam's always available. The one-on-one was the best part, and that's what sold me on this.
Got it. No, absolutely. And like you mentioned, there's millions of other things online. Like you don't ever know like who's actually legit or not. I want to ask you a very, very direct question. Like, is this a scam or some ineffective course? Like, what would you say your honest answer is?
So, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. This is not a scam.
Alhamdulillah. Like, that's what really gives people the confidence that I'm actually speaking to real people. I haven't paid you. The people watching, they can tell if someone's lying or being ingenuine. I haven't paid you. Like, would you say generally, I asked you this question before as well, like, would you say you are unsatisfied with the program, kind of in the middle, or satisfied?
I'm 100% satisfied. If there are any shortcomings, I would say they were on my side. But the program by itself is very good, very effective. So I'm very satisfied with it.
Because it's just been 1 week of actually putting the action steps in. Through Project One, you actually got your first client very quickly, and inshallah now sky's the limit from here. But generally, what sort of advice would you give to people who are kind of overthinking? I know we discussed overthinking before as well, like who are overthinking, will this work for me? Is this actually effective? Will I make any money? Like, what sort of honest advice would you give to professionals similar to you? Like, what would you say to them?
I would say whatever you have, I know you might bring a lot of knowledge, a lot of background, everything. Put down our parking lot right now. We're going to use that later. In the beginning part, you're building foundations. Follow the steps that Arzam has laid out. We'll read the documents again, practice again, and you'll get results. And once you have results, to fine tune, then you bring your skills from the back end to fine tune and grow your business.
Yeah.
Stay simple as possible.
Just follow what's been proven to work for you and so many other people. And there's no kind of fancy things going on. Just do these simple and effective actions. But anything else that you like to kind of give mindset wise, like for the people watching, any sort of word of potential confidence, like anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. What I did for my personal growth is, again, own your business, talk to professionals, and the biggest thing for me is when you network over the phone call and in person. Because when you give a pitch in person, it's not recorded, it's not scripted, it
Hmm.
can go any way. And then when you bring that confidence into your phone call, it's going to be a whole different game changer.
Exactly, exactly, absolutely. And we do this in a systematic way where people don't necessarily need to have the experience or the confidence before
Mhm.
going ahead. Because people sometimes think, hey, I don't have the experience to call anyone and speak to someone. Absolutely, you don't. Now, I had severe anxiety before doing this. Maya had severe anxiety before doing this. You don't have to have the confidence. I give you a very, very realistic expectation that
Yeah.
if we have conversations with this amount of people, this amount will definitely close, considering you have no experience, you have no idea, you know nothing about digital marketing.
Hmm.
um but yeah, like at this point, we've covered most basic things, and covered that, alhamdulillah, you enjoyed the program, and inshallah you will moving forward. For now, people that are watching, just watch all my videos, do a Sahara, see if this is truly the right thing for you, book in a completely free call with me. I'll see if this truly is the right thing for you in the first place. If it is, we'll get started. If not, I promise I will guide you to a better place. But we really appreciate you doing this, Osama. It will really help people, kind of similar to yourself, kind of relate as well. Jazakallah.
Like,
Khair.